In 1967, a few years after serving as a Harvard professor of psychology, Ram Dass, then known as Richard Alpert, embarked on his first journey to India. In the years leading up to his journey to India, Ram Dass had been deeply immersed in studying the effects of psychedelics, both through personal experimentation and scientific research. This made him very eager to find someone who truly understood these substances on a deeper level. He traveled across India with a vial of very pure LSD, searching for that person. One day, he found himself at the feet of Neem Karoli Baba, an Indian sage often called Maharaji by his close devotees. After some time, the thought crossed Ram Dass's mind that Maharaji might be such person. The very next day, as if reading his thoughts, Maharaji asked Ram Dass if he had a question. Overwhelmed by Maharaji's powerful presence, Ram Dass completely forgot what he had been pondering and responded, "No." Maharaji, appearing slightly irritated, asked, "Where is the medicine?" It took a moment for Ram Dass to understand that Maharaji was referring to the LSD. Ram Dass, unsure of what was about to unfold, retrieved the LSD. Maharaji then requested the LSD and Ram Dass gave him one pill, each containing about 300 micrograms, a dose potent enough to induce an intense psychedelic experience in any ordinary person. But Maharaji wasn't satisfied with just one. He beckoned for more, and eventually Ram Dass gave him 3 pills totaling 900 micrograms. Maharaji casually swallowed all 3 pills without hesitation. As a trained social scientist, Ram Dass couldn't help but watch with a mix of curiosity and concern. What would happen to Maharaji? However, after an hour passed, something extraordinary happened, or rather, nothing happened. Maharaji remained completely unaffected, simply laughing as though the powerful psychedelic had no effect at all. This left Ram Dass both amazed and confused. After some time, Ram Dass returned to the US, where he frequently shared the story of giving LSD to Maharaji. However, since many people were skeptical, Ram Dass began to harbor small doubts, wondering if Maharaji had tricked him by secretly discarding the pills. 3 years later, in 1970, Ram Dass returned to India and visited Maharaji once again. Maharaji, noticing Ram Dass's doubts, asked him, "Did you give me the medicine when you were in India last time?" "Yes," Ram Dass replied. "Did I take it?" Maharaji asked. "I think you did," Ram Dass answered. "What happened?" Maharaji continued. "Nothing," Ram Dass admitted. "Oh, Jao," Maharaji exclaimed, sending Ram Dass away for the evening. The next morning, Ram Dass was summoned to the porch where Maharaji usually sat. Maharaji asked, "Do you have any more of that medicine?" As it happened, Ram Dass was still carrying a small supply of LSD, just in case, and it seemed that this was indeed the case. "Yes," Ram Dass replied. "Get it," Maharaji instructed. Ram Dass fetched the bottle, which contained 5 pills of 300 micrograms each. Maharaji took the 4 unbroken pills and one by one, very deliberately, he placed each in his mouth and swallowed them, confirming the doubt Ram Dass had held was not true. After swallowing the last pill, Maharaji asked, "Can I take water?" "Yes," Ram Dass replied. "Hot or cold?" "It doesn't matter," Ram Dass said. Maharaji called for water, drank it, and then asked, "How long will it take to act?" "Anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour," Ram Dass responded. Maharaji then summoned an older devotee with a watch, checking the time frequently, and asked, "Will it make me crazy?" Ram Dass, caught off guard, could only respond to what seemed like a joke, saying, "Probably." They waited, and at one point Maharaji pulled a blanket over his face. When he emerged, his eyes were rolling and his mouth was ajar, giving the appearance of someone who had lost his mind. Ram Dass became concerned, wondering if he had misjudged Maharaji's powers, but soon Maharaji was perfectly normal again, calmly checking the watch. After an hour, it was clear that nothing had happened. Maharaji's earlier display had been entirely an act. He then asked, "Have you got anything stronger?" Ram Dass didn't. Maharaji then explained, "These medicines were used in the Kulu Valley long ago. The yogis have lost that knowledge. They were used with fasting. Nobody knows now. To take them with no effect, your mind must be firmly fixed on God. Others would be afraid to take it. Maharaji left it at that. It is worth mentioning that on later conversations Ram Das had with Maharaji about LSD, Maharaji shared the following: "It should not be taken in a hot climate. If you are in a place that is cool and peaceful, and you are alone, and your mind is turned towards God, then you may take the yogi medicine." He also said the following: "LSD allows you to come into the same room with Christ, but after 2 hours you must leave. The best medicine is to love Christ. LSD is not the true samadhi or spiritual realization." Thanks for listening. Much love to everyone. Ram Ram.